Hello, everybody, and welcome into Frostfall, Episode 2. We are, of course, sponsored by Martin Mancini, and I just want to thank you all for watching. You guys have made the first episode the most popular episode on the channel. You have cracked 44 views in less than a week, which is unheard of for us. It's very incredible. I'm happy to see it. Let's keep that energy up.
We're getting that
I'm honestly,
algorithm push, baby.
I'm surprised people are interested in this more than they were interested in True Realms.
Yeah, I mean, especially since this is the first episode, so it's kind of like, eh, you know, it doesn't have the history that True Realms does, but
It's like
True.
these chuckle fucks are gonna figure something out eventually.
I mean, we definitely need the support for as long as Flame is bogged down. He will be joining us for this campaign starting in November, so he'll be taking on a guest role eventually.
Cool.
He's like, "Oh, I've got these ideas for this, that, and the other." I'm like, "Guy, you gotta slow down, homie. We don't know. I don't know where these guys are gonna be by then." He's like, "I just want to make something that'll fit. Just tell me what'll fit." I'm like, "I can't tell you what fits until we're there. I'm going to give you a week's notice. That's all I can do."
Yeah, I like it's not an issue for me because of what I do for a living, but man, whoever came up with rotating shifts is a sadist.
Yeah, like I found a handful of jobs, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, this would be just good enough." And then it's like, you're working rotating 2 2 3s. I'm like, "You can rotate my nuts in your mouth."
Rot- rotate
Rot-
D's.
no, no. You can rotate your tongue around my bunghole.
Things that we shouldn't have started out saying. Part one. Oh well.
It'll be alright. I mean, it's talking.
uh, though, to be frank, as long as we like moments like these where we're just unhinged and just in the moment shows that hey, people too.
I
Then
also,
Well,
again,
I really
I
think
also
that's,
showed how crazy I could be with Lucian.
I really think that's what kind of helped push us is the epic cube rant.
or cubist absolutism.
Absolute cubism.
Yeah,
Or cubic
Wow.
absolutism, something like that. I don't remember. But
Mr. Picasso was on to something, man.
yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that style though. We're going to just keep the free flowing thing. Like, I mean, if you guys got a question that you want to ask, that's fine. But I'm not going to be coming up with questions. We're just gonna talk.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
I don't know, but they mean 44 views in 5 days, which I never seen before.
Wait, we're almost at 50?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't crack 50 until the end of the month with most episodes of anything.
Huh. I guess a lot of people are spreading word about us. To everyone who's
it
watching us,
gives
thank you.
it gives me hope.
Oh, I mean, I can pull up some information real quick. Let's see. It's actually a
Uh,
decent. You gonna do what I tell you, or are you gonna piss me off, Google?
let's not gush over it too much, because then YouTube might say these guys are getting too happy. Throttle.
Right.
Let's pull up the analytics. That's what people came here for. Discussion of analytics. Let's just go to the most important thing. Subscription status. Well, a lot of our subscribers are just happen to be watching, but we got a huge push for not subscribed people. We have uh on the 24th, which was 5 days ago, they had 8 people. We had 8 people watching who aren't subscribed yet. So, what gives? 8 people. Hit that subscribe button. It's free.
Yo, the 8 people who didn't subscribe yet. Why are you watching the one video? Go back and watch our other stuff.
Maybe they are. Maybe they'll go back.
In that case, thank you.
I don't know. We can actually find that out too. Content. No. Oh, yeah. That's not a good one. Why is True Bant's episode 17 suddenly taking off? That's silly. That got an extra few views it didn't need to have. It just seems like
Oh man, views is views.
yeah, it just seems like Frostfall is just taken off. I'm wondering if YouTube's just not giving it that a mini push since they had decided to push the Frigid North one shot to Europe, and we had 2,000 people watch it and tell us to kick rocks.
I don't know. All we can do is see, man.
I guess they couldn't hear the Europeans couldn't hear the video over the bald eagles screeching. That was probably the issue. They heard too much freedom going on in the background. They couldn't comprehend that I just came back from Burger King and I ate 2 double cheeseburgers and a large onion ring.
He just got back from having it his way, and he will have it his way again.
That means 2 things. Having it your way at the Burger King way. We all know what Sir Humphrey Humpington III had to say about that in his song The Humpty Dance. That's a deep pull for y'all.
That's a deep cut, man. It's a deep cut.
I love that song.
To any of our viewers who may or may not be in Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, please stay safe.
Yeah, seriously. Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, the Appalachians, like seriously,
Like
we're
Asheville, North Carolina is completely cut off. Like I-40 is messed up. I-26 is messed up. All the U.S. highways in and out of Asheville. It's a complete and utter just disaster for Asheville, but there are villages that are gone. And
may
it's
not
been very, very depressing to see all these news articles about it.
may not mean much from some guy in Wisconsin, but we're thinking about you. Everybody, the nation's thinking about you. We hope that you can get out of this one. This sucks. This sucks bad. Like, it's absolutely heartbreaking.
This is the Katrina point two.
I would
Or
say it's probably worse at this point.
yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to compare it because it's much worse, but
Yeah, no, I know what you
you know,
mean.
it's the worst hurricane since Katrina.
What's really scary is they're supposed to get 2 more.
Well, let's hope that these hypothetical two more are not nearly as strong as this one.
No, I mean, this next one coming up is unfortunately going to be almost. It's going to be a 3.
Like, what boggles me is the Katrina, like, puttered out around, Tennessee, North Missouri, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
This one didn't, like, decay down until it got up into the Ohio area. That's terrifying.
Well, it's still supposed to tickle the very, very border of Wisconsin and Illinois yet. Uh, it's not going to. It's not officially done until Tuesday.
Yeah. Let me check the radar just in case. Because I'm well east of it now, but like the remnants of it are all across Ohio, West Virginia, and Western Pennsylvania right now. Like it's all kind of curving up towards the northeast.
Yeah, it's getting blown away by the storm that's coming through from Alaska.
Crazy.
Which is really bad because that storm from Alaska is supposed to meet the category 3 that's on its way, and it's supposed to spawn a ton of tornadoes from Arkansas all the way through Louisiana, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi.
And just if you live in Hurricane Alley, just be safe.
Yeah, seriously. If you are a viewer from that area and you know of any proper charities, comment them and we'll set up a link for the community. We'll post a community link so that our subscribers can donate if they want to. It's we can't do a lot, but we'll do whatever we can.
Yeah, because just on my Facebook feed, just the past couple of days there's been 5 or 6 people trying to find their truck driving significant other
Oh,
that they can't get a hold of because like I saw one, the guy's last location was in Asheville, North Carolina,
yeah,
but his wife was posting on a trucker group on Facebook trying to see if anybody in the area had seen him because like she hasn't heard from him, and it's heartbreaking because there's a chance.
yeah. And what's really rough is until they can get people out. Unfortunately, Asheville is one of the few places that got hit where cell phone, radio, phone, internet, all of it is gone. They can't make any contact whatsoever. They can't send a letter. They couldn't send a telegram. The best they can hope for is somebody comes across that highway and they can yell at them from the other side and hopefully get news. So until they're rescued by air, which is a massive undertaking,
Well,
even if it was a
they could also be got by boat.
yeah.
Some of the routes in are still flooded. That's why I'm happy to report that I've seen some of my fellow statesmen from Louisiana. You might have heard of them before. They're in the South. They're called the Cajun Navy.
Oh yeah.
They're there's already a bunch of dudes, going northeast with their boats to go try to help people.
There's a bunch of midwestern and northern utility workers that have volunteered to come down to help restore any kind of anything.
Uh, and not to downplay Asheville at all, but man, there's like 2 sections of I-40 where you're crossing from Tennessee into North Carolina that are, spanned by bridges, and those bridges are gone.
Yeah.
So interstate traffic between North Carolina and Tennessee is not going to be, it'll be possible, but it'll be very hard. And I'm almost happy I don't go down there anymore.
It's insane I had the day off that it was supposed to hit, so I was watching all of it unfold, and I mean, it was 10 in the morning. That hurricane was almost 100 or so odd miles away, and it was still flooding in those places that it was supposed to hit. They were already flooding. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, there wasn't a breeze in the air, and everything was already flooding, which is insane.
Well, I mean, what makes it worse is that, that's the Appalachians. So you've got valleys, hanging valleys. You know, it's not going to be good. It's already not good, but hopefully they can figure something out for those people.
I hope the people that choose to go up there and be isolationists that have absolutely, 100% living off the land, have no contact with anybody anywhere for any reason. I hope they're okay. They're the ones that are really going to get it up there because they don't even know this is coming.
I mean, they probably know it's hit, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, they didn't have any warning.
well, comes with the territory, I guess. I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but
Well, certainly not. I'm just saying, like, in the Appalachian area, that's devastating.
I mean, it depends on where you live. If you live, higher up, then you're fine. But if you're in one of the valleys, hey, those valleys were created by something.
Yep.
You're about to be intimately familiar with what created them. I hate to say it that way, but anyway, not to drag us away from the horrible thing, but do you have a question
No, like I said,
this week, or are we not doing that anymore?
we don't do that here anymore. If you guys got a question, I'll entertain it, but we're just talking. We're just the break, the ending, the beginning, all of it, beginning, middle, and end. We're just talking.
Got it.
I mean, hell, it's October. It's gonna be October here in a minute. There's plenty of interesting things to talk about. We don't need to
Oh yeah,
manufacture content.
I have good news for everyone.
What's that? You're also a dad?
No, starting no, no, dear God, no. Starting starting October 7th, I'm going to be going to school.
Very
I'm
nice.
Congrats.
going to officially starting my education in becoming a computer technician.
Very nice.
Big congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, I hate to bring the mood back down, but
Oh no.
we also gotta talk about this too. We
What?
got we gotta we gotta respect Dame Maggie Smith.
Yes.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
All right, we gotta offer, we gotta pay our respects.
Yep.
I want to as well, but I
I
don't want to talk. I don't
know
want to think about it.
I know she said once in an interview that she actually kind of started to get irritated when, like kids would come up and say, "Oh, Professor McGonagall," but like that was the first thing I ever saw her in. It's just
Yep. Hogwarts Big Three are finally reunited at last.
well, it's more than three. It's there's five really.
I mean
The original, the original Dumbledore.
Yep.
Then you've got Gambon who played Dumbledore, 3 to 7, part two.
Hagrid.
Robbie Coltrane, Hagrid, Alan Rickman, and Maggie Smith. But One of my other friends was like reading a list. Like apparently there's a list of like 20 people who were involved in it or who have passed now, and it depressed me. It's like, man, because the movies are almost timeless in a way, and I didn't think about it until the other day, but I was like, man, damn. The first movie was 2001.
Yeah.
It's been 23 years. It hit me like a freight train. I was like, shit, I'm old.
All right. We're getting close to where I want to start, so I'm going to run to the bathroom. Y'all keep them entertained for a minute. When I return, we'll get back into it.
All right. Chaos, did you hear in the next cosmetic pack for Space Marine 2? They're going to have the beaky helmet that so many people have been upset that isn't in the game.
Get out of here, you bums.
Which helmet? I forget.
The beaky helmet, you know, the one with the point.
Oh, the beak front.
Yeah.
They're finally putting that in.
They're like it was data
Dude.
mined and it was data mined in a leak patch. They're gonna have the beaky helmet and then they're gonna have like the OG like Mark II or Mark III helmet where the mouthpiece is just that round, you know, grill shaped looking thing.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's gonna be
if it
great.
weren't the one thing I wish they would put in, I wish they would give the heavy like a bayonet for their gun or something
The
like a
heavy
power
needs
the heavy needs the power fist. That's what they can use.
something melee.
Give the heavy the power fist for a melee, and boom. It's as simple as suitcase carrying the heavy, the gun, cocking back with the fist, and swinging.
All right, boys. Do you want me?
Also,
Oh, sorry.
That was a
one last thing.
quick. That was the
One last
quickest
thing,
bathroom
Trucker.
break. What's up?
Me, me and my brothers were doing PvP earlier. We were all dressed up as Raven Guard. There was this one dude, a bulwark, that was running away from me that I was chasing down. I dropped down from above. My buddy Moses comes around the corner. His heavy bolts are cocked and ready. My other brother decloaks carbine cocked at his head, and I'm just ziplining down at him like, "Your goofy ass is going nowhere."
All right.
All four of you
We
ganged up on
spring.
one guy.
Well, yeah. First of all, the bastard blinded me with a flashbang, nearly killed me, and was running away from me. I was not gonna let his ass get away. Moses was already on the ground floor mowing fools down that were trying to come at him from the front, so he was an easy reach.
All right. Well,
And my brother, he was already cloaked and ready to jump someone anyway, so he saw this as a perfect excuse to just triple team.
all right. Well, in honor of Moses, I must ask: would you guys like me to do the recap, or does one of you want to do it?
You
Oh,
go right
you
ahead,
can do
man.
it, man. You do it better than we do, anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Hmm.
All right. In last week's episode, we meet our heroes, or soon-to-be heroes. Maybe they're villains. We don't know yet. They just got started. They got to meet They got introduced to their boss, Creepy Johnny. Creepy Johnny kept everybody in their place. They also got to meet the lady who the bar Stella's is named after, Miss Stella herself, the vampire lady. They've heard about some strange goings ons. They read the newspaper. They got some jobs that they can go for whenever they want. They decide to go help Park's general store where they meet Luna Park, find out that some ne'er do well is stealing things and nobody can understand why. The party decides to do an alphabet soup stack to locate this ne'er do well and met the world famous, well, not so famous, the Clarence Strand. And Mr. Strand struck a deal with the group and they head back to Stella's to find out that they're being robbed. So, with that, let me get the music going. I forgot to do that. Hopefully you work with me today. Look at that. It worked first try. Hold on, I got to make it do the repeat thing this time. There we are. Look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing after all this time. Alright, folks. I need you two to roll me initiative because Mark has elected to be late.
I mean, is it really his fault, though?
No, but it's funnier to
Family,
say it that way.
family
Oh,
first.
true.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
But it's always fun to throw shade.
I was gonna say, I'm the DM, allow me to have my own fun, Mr. Man. Where's that initiative since you want to be so talkative?
I've got a 19 on the die plus 3 for a 22.
I got a 14 on the die plus 4 for 18.
Alright, just let me,
I like that music. It's nice and soothing.
Thank you.
Not at all about what's about to be going down.
Oh no, especially with this big ass partisan spear I've got rocking.
Chaos, what is your dexterity bonus?
My dex is 4.
4? Alright. Sorry, I'm just
Mine's a 3 if you need it.
I don't need it. I'm just trying to write the initiative in order real quick, just so I have it. Oops. I already screwed it up. First initiative and I can't do it right. I'm trying to pull my head out of my ass. Alright.
Hey bro, you're not the one who's been having fun over here.
I will not be able to tell you what happens in this turn, but you hear some very horrendous noises coming off from this direction. It can only be described as almost industrial. But it's violent, whatever is happening in that direction. But for whatever reason, you cannot see it. And coming out from... Oh, it'd be helpful if Roll20 would cooperate. Coming out just over here, you see Creepy Johnny soaked head to toe in blood. You're not really sure how he got this much blood all over him. And he just yells, "Remember what I told you boys about weapons in the bar. Show them out." And Trucker, it's your turn.
So wait, are we not allowed to use weapons in the
He
bar?
just told you to show them out. Like,
Alright, fair enough.
he obviously is
walk
telling you to kill him.
I'm gonna walk over to this guy.
Oh, old Bluey, you're gonna take Bluey out right away? That's crazy.
I mean, he's the closest out of sheer convenience.
I'm just kidding.
And I'm just gonna take a swing at him with one of my hand axes. I've been told it's okay, so I'm gonna take me a swing. That's an 18 plus 4 to hit for a 22.
I would say that hits. What's your damage, Mr. Man?
It's a d6 plus 2, so yikes. 4 points of damage. It's almost sad.
Okay. Yeah, you sink
Womp womp.
You sink that hand axe deep inside of him, and he's looking like he's ready to go. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't
Alright.
have an extra attack yet.
I forgot that's level 5. Boy, you guys are gonna be drooling for that. You're gonna be leveling up slow. Alright. It is Orange's turn. Now I'm going to tell you guys, because there's only 3 of you, we're gonna forego the +2. You will get advantage for flanking. I should have told you that sooner. But Orange, seeing you attacking his boy is going to get very upset and come after you. Does a soft 20 hit you?
Yes.
All right. You take. Oh man, I hope you're ready for this. Oh man, max damage. You take 7 damage. Cool. This is actually going to be a little competitive. I like how tranquil this music is. It sounded more exciting when I played it at first. Anyway, that's Orange's turn. Omen, show me what you got.
Omen, after unshoulder his spear for the quick flourish before taking his time to walk up behind Orange and just tap with the butt of his spear. You know, you really should have thought about this before cocking back and going for a two-handed stab in his ass.
All right.
Let's see, two-handed spear.
Don't forget you have advantage because you're in a murder conga line right now.
22.
Oh yeah, that hits Orange.
Alright, 1d8, since it's two-handed, plus 4 is 6 plus 4, 10.
He's looking really rough.
Bonus action. I'm gonna roundhouse him upside his head.
Okay, you're free to do that.
I have to check.
That is a... that is a 14 on the die, plus 6 is dirty 20.
Yeah, you definitely hit. These guys are not exactly elite soldiers.
3 plus 4, 7.
Yeah. How do you finish this guy off? Do you just do what Homelander did to the to the blind dude?
Oh,
Made a mistake. All right.
no. as much as that does intrigue a small part of me, I'm not gonna go with that savage yet. Omen is gonna go for what would have been a stab is more of a sidestep swipe across his back before he sinks the blade slightly in between the gaps of a couple floorboards, pole vaults up, and just whip so fast you actually hear the wind whip from how fast he's swinging his foot to just send this guy's neck sideways.
I almost marked Trucker off as dead. Very good. Orange.
The moment he gets off, he pulls the spear out, twirls it, sets it back across his shoulders, and he goes, "Next."
All right, it is Blue's turn. Unfortunately, Trucker, you're the only one in front of him, so.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm pretty sure your ears just twitched when you heard that crack, though.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Beans, dude. I'm not trying to kill you. Oh man, max damage again, 7. It's just not going the way I saw it.
I have a 16 AC, just so you can.
That's quite alright. Yeah, this guy's very dead. We don't need to discuss.
That'll be alright, though. When I get that dex point with my next ASI, it'll be 17.
Alright, to try to stop the murder conga line, Green will walk up over here, and he's going to take a swing at you, Chaos, for killing his friend. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, barely beats me. Then again, he does have his arms up across it over a spear that's resting across his shoulders, so he kind of is a little bit cocky right now. So,
well, I wouldn't get too cocky, Mr. Man, because these dice are loaded. That's another 7 points of damage.
You forget I have an absurd con mod.
I know.
And I rolled stupid high for health.
I'm just saying. To round it up, or round it off rather, 5, 10, 15, 20, We'll have Red come over here. He can't quite get to Chaos, so unfortunately, Trucker, he's taking a swing at you.
Cool.
Thankfully, that should miss with an 11. Or a 13,
Yay.
rather, but yeah, that'll still miss. This brings us back up to Creepy Johnny's turn, who's going to walk over here and just... You can't quite hear what he's saying because he's not saying it loud enough, and you guys are kind of in the middle of something, so... He's appears to be speaking to the patrons that look very petrified right now. We will now return to your turn, Trucker. Let's get some revenge.
Yeah, my mistake from earlier is I forgot I'm a dual weapon fighter and I could have made a second attack as a bonus action. So that's what I is gonna did. So with my action, because my guy's right-handed, he's gonna, like overhand swing one hand axe at Red.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 17.
That'll hit.
All right, so that's gonna be 8 points of damage. Yes.
Alright, he's
And
not looking so
then
good.
I'm gonna bring out, my left arm, and I'm basically gonna do like a pimp slap, like backswing with my left hand axe, going for blue. I don't think that'll hit though. That's an 11.
That beats it. Beats.
Yes.
Again, these guys are not. This
And
isn't
Common
like super
thugs.
soldiers.
These are street thugs that saw an opportunity.
Yeah, you're not fighting the town guard or something here.
That's 4 plus 2 for 6 damage.
He's not looking good, but he's still standing. This will take it down to Chaos. It's your turn since you killed Orange. You got green in front of you. What do you want to do?
Slow walk across the stairs straight on. You really should have thought about this a little more. All while still holding the spear across his shoulders. He's just gonna do the tiniest flick before sending his spear in a wild swing. Two-handed for that is a 10 plus 6, 16?
Yep.
Two-handed. 7 plus 4, 11.
In one swing, how do you take this guy out?
What? Almost as if his spear never left his shoulders, he spins it so fast that the pole goes, the haft goes parallel with his throat while the blade whips out, barely slits, almost passes by as the wind as it slits this guy's throat in one clean motion before the spear just resettles back across his shoulders.
Very good.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Walking behind this guy, he's just gonna tap 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 before knee to the spine.
You get 2 attacks?
He's got a bonus action that he can use.
Ah.
Monk.
I guess
Lucky.
I guess a 23 will do it.
I guess if you could give me a good reason why it should, I'll let you do it.
Okay.
I mean, the guy did just take a hand axe to the chest, so.
All right, and 7 bludgeoning damage.
Which one is this fella? Yeah, that's enough to get him too. He was not looking very good.
The moment he just slams his knee into this guy's back, he just folds backward.
Blue's
Wow,
mine.
these ones are fragile.
Blue looks at you and just goes, "Oh, I'm yours, am I? Watch this." And he pulls out a flask, takes a shot, out of his flask and just starts foaming from the mouth and dies.
Coward.
That ends combat. This would be where we should switch music, but I got too lazy. I was just happy the music was finally working, so enjoy your tranquil combat.
Yeah, for Omen, it might as well have been. Once combat settles, he just goes, "Ugh, Jesus, these people, jeez, these people are weak."
Creepy.
All right,
Walking.
I'll take care of these two.
Hold on. Creepy Johnny's like, wait, boys. I have some bad news.
Wait, what do you mean?
I saw a raven outside. And Trucker, you can roll a history, but Chaos, you can roll history with advantage.
Uh-oh.
That's 10.
Not good enough. I'm sorry.
History.
I didn't think it would
Oh,
be.
no, that's cocked. Just get these out of here so I can get a better roll.
Probably a good idea.
Or... Alright, 18?
At first, you're like, I'm sorry, Trucker. What's your character's name again?
Holden.
Holden, right. I don't know why I wanted to call you Handren. Holden, you're like, so what? It's a bird. Big deal. We got ravens everywhere. Chaos. At first, you're about, Omen's about to, agree with that sentiment, and then a memory deep from within you when you were just a kid. You were coming home from school. This is before you had any combat training. This is before you really have ever even seen any kind of fight. You're just a cocky 17-year-old guy. You were on your way home and you got jumped. And it was getting very nasty. Whoever was hitting you was hitting you pretty hard. You didn't think you were going to survive. Suddenly the fighting had stopped, and when you had, stopped putting your arms over your head and closing your eyes, you looked up and you saw a person in full plate mail with a raven symbol, and you later found out that that is part of a group of elite guards called the Raven Guard. And they have, for whatever reason, wherever ravens are, the Raven Guard is not far behind. So you know that a raven seeing what had happened is probably a very big deal. And you're to expect company in a minute.
Omen will just look at Halden for a solid second before... Halden? The Raven Guard is going to be here any second. That raven was a sign that someone important needed to know. And if they are coming, we need to be ready for a lot of questions that we may not have the answers to. So whatever you do, don't try to puff your chest in front of them.
Makes you think I'm going to do that? By the way, how's my
they're
fur look?
elite.
I've never met these people. Do I look nice and presentable?
I'd say you're a solid 8 out of 10. Just keep any bloodlust you might have boiling over in check, and don't show your teeth. It'll be fine.
Creepy Johnny just he first turns to these three frightened individuals and just says, "You're our witnesses. You will stay here and answer questions with us. As for you boys, I recommend trying to find anything of value on these people before the guards show up. You know how it is. You're allowed to keep what you find."
Right, frisking them.
So if you guys want, I
invest in my game.
allow, survival rolls. They're dead people.
Oh, survival, perfect. Plus
Yeah.
6 then. Trucker, give me a boost.
Man, yeah, I can help you.
All right.
Thank God
Probably
for that
better-
advantage. I just rolled a 1.
Probably better for you to do it anyway, because I only have a +2.
Okay, much better. That's a 22.
All right. I will
It's
say
16 on a die plus 6.
I'm not terribly concerned with the numbers at the moment. Just, you got a high enough number that I can read this list. I will say this was quite a long action. This will take you a full minute to search everybody, especially since you're having Holden's help. So what you find on red, you find a note. You find one regular dagger. On blue, you find a iron longsword that's cold to the touch. Green has 3 silver. Orange also has a regular dagger. And Johnny has answered the question as to why he's covered in blood by saying he had already searched the fella that he got in the office, which he has figured it would be best to just drag over into the pile. And he found a very vintage wine, which will fetch this establishment quite a bit of money.
Nice.
Ooh.
So, 1 silver to Johnny,
Oh,
1
that's
silver to
one-
me,
Yep,
And one
and
silver
1
to me.
silver to you.
that's fine. That's how you guys want to split it. That works for me.
Well, you know, Nimbleton is up there sleeping. He didn't fight.
He's over here, and he's
I guess Middleton is just spaced out, just staring off into space, considering I probably just traumatized the poor little kitten.
well.
I wouldn't mind having one of them daggers, though.
I'll go right ahead. I was not really much of a dagger person myself.
You guys can.
Actually, rather
You guys know
I was
that you
actually
can
rather-
sell those to a smith if you want as well.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean, I've
hands
got.
are throwing them.
I should also
got-
mention that all. Oh my goodness, I forgot how to count for a second. Yeah, these 5 have leather armor that you can also sell if you wish.
All
Or
right.
give to someone to break down for scrap materials.
Yep.
Yeah, chaos above game. Armor does nothing for me. I've kind
Me
of got
too.
that turtle. I've kind of got that turtle stuff going. Like I have natural armor.
armor.
So
I played with a few characters that had a similar ability.
I say we actually sell the equipment because my hand axes are fine for now.
And my spear is perfectly fine for me.
Is that also including the iron sword?
But let's get the iron sword
no.
appraised first.
We need to have it checked out because you said it was cold to the touch. But if they've been in here long enough, it shouldn't be
It
that
should have been
way,
warm.
right?
Yeah,
It should have been
is-
warm. It's clearly magical.
It is. It has
There's
never
some-
stopped being cold. Like, it. From when you
It's-
touched it, I mean, even if you were to hold on to it for a minute, it retains no heat.
Wow. Definitely something weird about this sword then.
After.
Must be the.
Oh, sorry.
Must be the way the metal treated. Metal is treated. I mean.
After you guys finish. Figuring all this out and getting the bodies in a nice pile, Creepy Johnny starts
Least in the world.
mopping. 3 individuals walk through the bar. I don't have any tokens for them, so it's just theater of the mind. But 2
We all hear clunk, clunk.
yeah,
clunk,
2 men
clunk.
in black steel armor. Like, it's got that gray black look to it, if you know what I'm kind of describing here.
Mm-hmm.
Gunmetal.
Yeah, it's a very gunmetal color, and on it is a bronze raven on both of their chests, and walking with them is just a elven woman in a robe, and she just walks up to you guys and goes, "Evening, gentlemen. We've got reports of a disturbance here. I see you have 5 disturbances on the floor. Can anybody tell us what is going on?"
Omen will step up. Greetings, madam. I can help explain at least our perspective on the matter. We had just come back from a job of trying to look for a whoever was responsible for the repeated break-ins that have been occurring near some of the general stores. When we had come into the building, we had seen these individuals. He'll tap three in particular. I dealt with these ones in particular, harassing the clientele of the establishment that we have been staying at. So, and we have been ordered shortly after by by the manager and owner of this place to deal
And
with them. What exactly caused the disturbance in the first place? We do not know. Well,
and
I don't know.
okay, well, so you're telling me you guys have no enemies and 5 random people decided to break in.
As far as we are aware, yes.
Just give me an overall persuasion check just to see how you're doing here.
Alright. Persuasion. Where is that? Crap. I want it. It's +4. Here we go. 19.
You can tell that they're not, you know, you can tell that they're believing you. You know, their demeanor hasn't changed. But what has gotten a little grating is quite literally after every sentence, these 3 men that were in the bar as well. Every sentence you finished is met with a chorus of "Yep, that's how I see it. Yep, absolutely, that's exactly what happened." No, they just don't shut up because they're kind of nervous, and the woman just points over at Creepy Johnny and goes, "And who's the blood-soaked man with the mop?"
The manager.
Oh,
He had.
that's
There
the
was a
bullshit.
particularly. There was a particularly brave individual who made the mistake of threatening him, and he quickly proved why he's the manager of this place. Well, he inherited technically.
Uh, she points over at you, Holden. "I've heard enough from the tiefling. What's your story? What's the manager's name?"
Uh, Halden would have been like trying to stay out of their notice, but he's like, "Oh, his name's Creepy Johnny."
Oh, Creepy Johnny is. Wow, that's what happened to you, huh? Interesting choice. Enjoying your work, Creepy Johnny? He just kind of like nods his head. Yup. Mopping the floor though.
Do you know him?
I helped him. Once upon a time before we took. The Raven Guard took off, and they realized that having a bunch of individuals lumbering around in iron suits that can't speak or won't speak is a terrible idea for investigations. They started hiring people like me. I actually helped him secure his bank loan to become part owner of this place. I used to work in the bank.
Oh, so that's how you know him.
Yeah, sorry, it's not as fantastical as we used to date or anything.
No, but past coworkers always have good gossip about each other. He just has a big grin on his face as he says that.
She does not reciprocate. She just looks at you guys and goes, "Okay, well, you know the procedure. We're not cleaning this up. Find one of the tubes in the street, throw the bodies in there, and clean this place up. We'll send an inspector by to make sure all the blood is gone in the morning. They'll let themselves in and see themselves out. If you fail, well, you'll know it because this place will be burned to the floor. The inspectors don't have a lot of patience. And they walk out. You guys know that what is the equivalent of trash cans on the street here? They work a lot like the toilet system here. So all of these things are connected to one sewer system. The toilets in this world are basically like a chair that is connected to a pot, but it is all over a big hole that leads through some plumbing. And how it works is somebody figured out how to make the create destroy water runes work for everybody, and they're motion activated. So once you're done doing your thing, the create destroy water rune goes off and flushes everything away. And all of this gets collected in the pipes underneath the city, and the pipes underneath the city, once they hit a certain threshold, activate bigger runes that push all of this towards what people theorize is lava, because they've never had any problems with it backing up. So it just disappears somehow. And typically, if there's a murder, since they can't really bury bodies here and mausoleums are for the rich, people just toss their dead into these trash cans and call it a day. And
Must refrain.
yeah,
Must refrain from Monty Python joke. Must refrain.
and typically
Bring out your dad!
the people who have been convicted of crimes or have clearly been committing crimes that die during this, nobody gives them the option of contacting the family to let them know they're dead. They just kind of, the guards, never usually the Raven Guard, they just happen to see this, so that's why they're here. Typically it's just regular guards, and they will find their ID, collect their name, and then they just put the dead in the newspaper, and that's about it. These guys don't seem to be getting this honor because they got the Raven Guard instead.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys wish to toss these bodies down the pipes and call her a night?
Yep, might as well.
Yeah.
We'll drag a couple out by their legs.
For flavor, once the Raven Guard leaves, Halden gets visibly more comfortable. Like he was kind of tense, but he, stops being so. And he'll just pick up two dudes, like underarm carry, take them to the tubes.
There's one right outside the bar, so it's easy enough.
It would have sounded a lot more thematic, Trucker, if my internet didn't just choke you out completely and all I heard was robot on my end.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about it. My internet provider is ruthlessly aggressive with throttling, and I'm frankly sick of it.
It's just a little bit of flavor text.
After that,
So numb to it.
After that, I'll say that you guys are free to go off to bed. Creepy Johnny seems very happy that he's got something to clean, so he doesn't say anything to you guys. Do any of you read the note before you go to bed?
Sure.
Omen will, since he fished it out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can look at it together. Basically, all it says is meet at, and then there's an address that based off of the address is the industrial ward, or not the industrial ward itself, but it's the industrial part of the undead ward, which is to the north, closer to the walls of the royal ward. And if you're getting an address kind of like this, that it must be some sort of small storehouse above ground.
I think this is when they say the plot thickens.
You found that specifically on Blue, who decided to drink poison, so you figure that he was trying to be smart enough not to give you guys information, but forgot that they have an actual note. So, not so smart after all.
Idiots.
But,
Well, that said, you look over to Halden. What do you say we what do you say we pay these punks back for trying to mess with us? Or at least trying to dig up what we can about what happened here.
That sounds like a plan.
you hear Creepy Johnny from one of the many corners of the bar. It's almost haunting. You're not sure how he heard you, but you just hear, "You better get to bed first."
Are we gonna pass that inspection tomorrow?
Who the hell do you think I am, Holden?
You creepy Johnny, of course.
Don't forget it.
Mm-hmm. I never know how he's able to do that.
He's and Halden will like lean over and like, stage whisper. He's certainly living up to his name of creepy.
You guys head to bed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Hold on just 1 second. Let me take a sippy poo of water.
Same. My mouth
While
is
you
dry as dust.
while you do that, I just got tagged in a video from a friend. There's this guy who took a helicopter. Like there is a straight mile and a half of I-40 that collapsed into the river in Tennessee.
We can discuss
It,
that on the break.
Yeah,
sorry.
please save it for the break, man. Come on.
I've been on that road before. That's terrifying.
Alright. Holden,
Save it for the break.
nothing happens, Holden. You just go to sleep. But Chaos, I need you to roll me a d4. Hello?
Who?
2?
2.
2. Okay. Just making sure. Weirdly enough, even though this is the first time you've ever killed anybody, like any people, I mean, you've killed animals before, so not your first kill, but your first sentient kill, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
You feel strangely at peace, and your mind begins to drift, and you see a very beautiful woman.
What does she look like?
Why don't you describe her for us, Chaos?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, is there a limit to what I'm allowed here, or am I allowed free reign?
You're allowed free reign, but keep it tasteful.
Okay, obviously, but like anything in particular I should like not say for like uh screw it. Okay.
Here, I'll make this easier for you. If you say something that's towing a line, I'll tell you to clean it up. How's that?
All right. You know what? I think I'll go for that idea since that works. It would honestly this individual seems what is garbed and will seem no I can't I can't Mayor, I can't think. Fuck.
Just give me what you
It,
enjoy, Chaos. This is beautiful under your perspective. What would Omen find beautiful in a woman? Let's go that route.
Uh, God, I am really drawing a blank right now. What the hell?
All right. Whatever
I'm sorry, man. I
whatever
can't.
Omen finds to be the most attractive woman
I
appears
got
in
you, man.
his.
Hang on.
Hold on. Destructor have something for me?
No, I'm not.
All right. Well, then don't interrupt me.
All right.
Whatever Omen
Hmm?
finds to be the most beautiful woman that he can think of appears to him, and she walks over to you. What do you do?
Um. Hello?
Oh, you can see me.
Partially. I can't really see any. Like, actually, I think this. Hold on, I need to do something real quick. Sorry about that. I just smacked some sense at myself real quick. What could be described as a almost princess-like in terms of features, a sharp, almost almost noble-esque face, a small button nose, coal black eyes rimmed in red, with two similar dots just above her brow, standing almost nearly the same height as Omen, but whereas he is blue and has this colder look to him, she is almost, I won't say bright, more vibrant. Like if he's winter, she is spring or summer.
Okay.
Best way I can put it. Skin almost as dark as dusk, but at the same time, eyes gleaming like honey. Her hair is done up in a more hime cut, very much a straight line across the brow, but very much flowing down her back. Whereas his horns are more curved and sharp looking, hers are more straight and refined. If you've seen reincarnated as a slime, think Shuna, but Shion sized.
But yeah, that's what she says to you. Oh, you can see me?
Yes, is that an issue?
No, just bizarre.
What do you mean?
Usually people can't. I exist in context of a dream.
Well, if you're a dream, then this is the most sweet. If you the concept of a dream, then this must be a beautiful one indeed. Then, as he gives a sort of deep smile at that.
She smiles back at you. I sense that you've gone through something today. Care to share?
I killed people. 3 men. They were threatening us, but in the same vein that they were trying, that they that they wanted to kill me, I just, well, when I did it, it was visceral. I can sometimes still hear the crack of that one person's spine when my knee slammed into his back. They say it's hard to forget, or you never feel right after it, but strangely enough, as he looks down at his hand, completely still as a pond, I feel not. I didn't feel not quite nothing, but I felt at peace knowing I was protecting people, knowing that people's lives are better because I stepped in to help.
But you wouldn't say that you enjoyed murdering an individual, would you?
No, if anything, I was relishing in the challenge of trying to test my strength against them. But they folded like so much wet paper.
Well,
Is there. Sorry.
No, it's quite alright. I'm just glad to hear that you're not one of those individuals. Most people that have ended up seeing me are so willing to brag about something that's so grim.
Why do people brag like that? If it's beasts or monsters, like clear threats, it's one thing to boast about how you stepped in to help your people in their time of need. But bragging how you throttled a man while he was trying to claw your eyes out, that's not that's not boasting about strength. That's bragging about how much of an animal you are.
You're only half right, Omen. Monsters only exist within the context of a story.
You're right. I shouldn't think of it like that. If anything, it should be more like, how did that saying go? For every sage for every sage that stands a murderer lurks beside. Where there is turmoil, bloodbaths are sure to reside. No, it was a poem that I found at one point, but it translated poorly, but I know that it said it was profound enough that I was inspired by it. It was at a point when I was at a low point in the training and I thought I was gonna flunk out. And that poem, it inspired me. It let me know that while there is good and evil, it is up to us to decide where we stand and where we draw the line. We must know we must know that there are limits to how far we can go, but know that sometimes sacrifices must be made. But not of our morals. For if we give up on those,
Oh, sorry.
we become no better than the wild animals roaming beneath us, or the plants that grow beside us. We'll have no reason or logic.
Well, hopefully you remember that through the rest of your trials. I will say there is a awfully evil presence that keeps trying to interrupt us, but to no avail. They seem disappointed in you, but I'm not. It's just unfortunate you may not remember me when you wake up.
But if I can I at least have a name?
You can call me Dream for now, because that's all I am for now.
You may. In the other tongue, that it means dream.
If that's what you wish to call me, but giving me a name makes no difference. Like I said, when you wake up, you won't remember. Which is unfortunate, because that means the evil could get to you the next time something big happens. It all depends on your actions, Mr. Omen. But what kind of person do you want to be? You just keep that in mind. And quickly as she came, she disappears. And you wake up. And I need a wisdom save from you.
Oh boy! I'm safe. Not bad. 19.
I won't say that you totally remember. You know when you wake up from a really good dream and you remember fragments of it?
Oh my god, yes. Every time.
Yeah, it's like
It
that.
gets where it's so visceral at the end that you think you're in it, but then you wake up and it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, like a part of that dream will always stick with you, but you don't completely remember it, but you do wake up with a very good feeling. Almost as if the person you can't quite remember is still watching. You don't have this feeling of dread that you felt like you should feel warned about, if that makes sense, in context of that last scene. But
With that in mind, as Omen sits up and momentarily calms himself from waking up in such a frantic state, he'll just put a hand over his heart and just have a small smile on his face.
even though you woke up frantically, your heartbeat is almost deathly still, but not in a bad way. In a peaceful way. But with that, we will be taking our break here, and I will return. Everybody, sit back and listen to our resident dad give you all his wisdom as Mark has finally joined us.
Finally, when it's too late.
The actual dad.
Yeah, too late, Mark. The combat already ended.
I know, I could tell.
Yeah, I murked 3 of them.
No, I was looking forward to it, but hey, I took a cat nap. It's fine.
I can finally say it now. I just found out that Chris Christopherson also passed away. No. Y'all don't know who
Oh,
Chris
man.
Christopherson is, do you?
I should.
I feel like I should, but at the same time, I'm not
I'm
bent
terrible with
about it.
names.
He's a very popular actor in like trucker movie circles. He was, he played the Rubber Duck, Martin Penwald,
Hmm.
in the movie Convoy.
His,
Convoy.
his face definitely looks familiar. Definitely a face person. Ugh.
Yeah,
All I can
somebody sent
say.
me.
Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead.
Mark, go ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead, but
I was
Oh
just
my.
gonna say my dad stuff. We get to have our second appointment this coming Wednesday, so that's gonna be nice.
nice. Do we know yet?
No, probably won't. I don't think we'll know till probably somewhere around November,
You're gonna be
mid-November
one of
probably.
those. You're gonna be one of those couples that lets it be a surprise even to y'all.
No, no. Ashley does not like surprises at all.
She wants to know.
Uh-huh. Which I don't. I mean, I could go with a surprise, but I kind of want to know too.
We taking bets?
Well, she wants a girl, but we're definitely thinking it's a boy because from what people have told us, she hasn't had any morning sickness whatsoever, and that's kind of signs more towards boy.
Oh,
So, we're thinking it's gonna be a boy, but you never know.
placing friendly bets.
Go for it.
$5 says it's a girl.
I'm betting twins.
No, only one so far that we saw
Don't be doing
in
that
our
to
first
Mark,
meeting.
man.
I'd be fine with twins.
I will do it to him because I'm a chaotic gremlin.
But yeah, somebody sent me a video on Facebook, and it's a dude in a helicopter, and he's riding along over there in Tennessee, and there's like a mile and a half of I-40 that's just collapsed into the river because it got washed out.
Oh, I think.
So, truck traffic and traffic in general from Tennessee to North Carolina and back is going to be a nightmare for a long time.
Oof.
me see if I can do it like this. Y'all should be able to see it if I post the link to it because it's an open group.
No, if it's anything Facebook, it comes up as only Facebook.
I'm assuming you don't have Facebook then.
I do, but I mostly just do it to just throw shit at
Cool.
me and my brother to throw shit. We just throw shit at each other on it. Moses, he is ruthless with throwing crap.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh,
What's
sorry.
worse? What's worse is this next one that they're looking at is going to follow the same path. Sorry,
Jeez
Cass, you
Louise.
were saying?
This is just another random thing from Space Marine, and I'm being the last game I wound up playing before I wound up jumping onto here. I was literally like bottom of the kill feed, barely like 4 kills, 9 deaths. Next game, I wound up nearly breaking 5K in total in terms of total points. Like both my brother Doc and Moses both said play better, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll play better. Proceeds to climb to the very top of the leaderboard. I told you, I did better. It was
Damn.
I had more than a fair bit of fun.
You know what I found myself started playing recently?
What?
Foxhole. It's
What's Foxhole?
it's a it's a war, so it's a massive multiplayer where combat is happening even if you're off the game. People are trying you have two sides and they're trying to basically capture land, and you have, you know, fronts and stuff that you fight on, you build bases. Everything you do in it is based off of resources, so you actually have people who are like mining resources, putting them in trucks, taking them to the front lines. Then you have people building, you know, weapons, cannons, armor, equipment, and then taking that stuff to the front line as well. Give me 1 second. I gotta be back.
Oh,
No cause was
shit.
given. He was 88. No cause was given. You know what that
He's
says to me?
old.
Overdose.
Dude, he's 88 years old. He's old.
True.
I mean, like, Maggie Smith was like a month or two away from being 90. They're just old, man. Sad.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Trucker, did you see the trailer for Venom 3?
No,
Dude, you have to.
I didn't see Venom 2.
What?
I'm kind of superhero movied out, you know. I'm just, I'm not in the mood for it anymore, man. I mean, I have no doubt it's probably going to be a good movie for, you know, Venom fans. Just, you know, not me right now. Oh man, that's just awful. So come on, Cass. I got 5 says it's a girl. What you gonna bet?
I got 5 saying it's a guy.
No, you're not gonna stick with your twins.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll do 5 on twins.
The baby pool has started. Viewers in the comments, you ain't got to bet, but place your hypotheticals.
I do apologize for being gone so long. I haven't seen my mom in a minute.
It's all right.
We're just making wagers on
Or play some bets
our
on,
child.
play some bets on Mark's kid, if it's gonna be a boy or a girl or a twin, twins or.
Ooh. What's the over-under so far?
Well, I'm betting $5 says it's a girl. Chaos is betting $5 it's twins. I could bust Chaos's balls and go even further and say, are they going to be identical twins?
Don't bust his
Ooh.
balls. Twins is twins in this context.
That would be what's the term for that? A fringe bet?
Yeah, we're not trying to parlay or fringe or anything crazy. So you bet girl for $5?
I'm betting girl for $5. Yeah.
I think this will be fun. I think we should make this a real gentleman's bet for the company, and the people the person who gets the money, if they're a real gangster, will give all the winnings to Mark for the fund, even though it's only going to be $15 unless Flame joins in. For me, I'm going to make this interesting, even out the spread. Mayor is betting $5 it's a boy.
All right.
So
I'm on the boy train too.
So what we will do here is we can get Flame involved. Because how long ago did you find out? Like how far along is your?
She's gonna be 11 weeks, I think, this upcoming week.
So about 2 months.
Yeah.
She's not showing yet, right?
Okay, so
No, I mean barely, but.
So hold on, let me. This break's gonna run a little longer. Bear's got to do some math. So, all right, let me find ye olden calendar. All right, so 2 months ago was July.
By like November, mid early November. Is probably
All
when
right.
we'll know.
So we want to start lawn darting what the date might be.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
We were told April. What was it? April 4th.
Okay, so we've got April 4th, but sometimes kids are eager to show up, so
Either
it
early
could
or
be
late, yeah.
could be the 1st, could be the 2nd, could be the 8th. It depends.
Okay, here's what we're going to do in mid-November. We're going to give Mark the floor. Mark will tell us what the gender of his unborn child is, and to make it cool, we'll transfer all the money to the winner, and if the winner wants to be a real one and do the right thing, we will the winner can give that money to Mark to help buy some diapers or something. I think that would be really cool if everybody's all right with that. $5 buy-in.
Sure.
Hold on, I'm going to type this out for Flame real quick.
And then once we know the outcome of that one, we can all start placing bets on, the day. The actual due date. Hang on, let me pull my calendar up. You said April 4th?
This is what we were told.
That's a Friday, so it could be Could be from April 4th to, let's just say, April 8th. It's a nice week plus one. We could all sit down and figure out if we want to pitch in another $5 and pick a day.
Yeah, that won't be bad. We'll wait a few extra minutes to see. Flame's active, but he's not obviously jumping in here. We'll see if
Jeez Louise.
we'll see what Flame wants to bet if he wants to answer. All right, he's typing.
Oh, come on.
$5 coming from Flame is going to. Unless he wants to pitch more, he's welcome to do it, but it's a $5 minimum.
This is what gets our channel going right here.
Are you allowed to gamble? This isn't kick.
We're all friends here, and this is
This
know
is a friendly
kind of a
wager.
kind of a closed group. We're not making our viewers bet.
No, and we're
The
We're
viewers are
doing-
welcome to speculate.
doing this just so that we can raise money too. It's a fun way.
Hell, hopefully it'll be enough to buy a package of diapers. A package.
Hold on, I'm trying to get
Half a package.
Man,
three diapers and one Newport for $5. So are we all in agreement on this one? The winnings go to Mark officially.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
Well, I'm just making sure Chaos is cool with it.
Yeah.
Of course, the winner has to receive all the money because it looks like it comes from them, so they look like they're the better person. But that's part of the fun. Oh, what if Mark becomes Octodad?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no.
Dear
Don't wish that
Lord.
upon me.
I'm gonna have to say twins and above. That number, we'll give it to Chaos. Chaos has the
Jeez.
spread on multiple children at one time.
No,
Ah.
see, no. He bet twins.
$20 on. We got 20 from Flame for twins, so that's.
Jeez. He's going in rich. You might actually be able to afford 2 packages.
Oh no, sorry, I misread this. $5 on twins, so that's
And-
$10 total for twins, and he's betting an additional 20 on boy. So that is going to be 25. For-
Jeez.
So total we have that's a $25 bet total. So 25, 30, 35. That is $40 going to Mark for his supplies. I think that's a great cause. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that. But in just 1 second after I officiate this in writing on my notes that I'm supposed to be keeping strictly for this campaign, instead I've done it to write down bets and wagers like a bookie, which does not look good for me because I'm Italian. We will... But while I dodge my Rico case, we can dive into the episode. So we left off. By the way, Chaos, that was an incredible scene, so I want to give you inspiration for that. But
Thank you.
Nimbleton, for whatever reason, the stress of being robbed and the overall being tired for the day, you just kind of fell asleep in the foyer in the nice mud room that you got, which has irritated the hell out of Creepy Johnny, but he hasn't done anything about it. No blanket, nothing. He figures it's punishment enough that you're sleeping on a cold steel grate that collects snow. Chaos, you're waking up refreshed. Holden, refreshed. Can I get a collective history from all of you?
Oh,
The DC is low, but I need y'all to roll me history because I feel like something's gone a little haywire and I want to try to bail y'all out.
all right.
17.
I got a 13.
Okay.
23.
Collectively, as if this were a sitcom, and you all are somehow in separate locations but have the same thought, it strikes you. My goodness, it's the morning. We're supposed to get paid by the park family. But you're free to get breakfast first.
I'll actually walk in here finally.
Oh, sure, I can put the bar scene up if y'all want. That's probably a good idea.
I reckon that's where we'd be eating breakfast at.
Yes.
Now, if you've had $1 for every time, or if you had a silver for every time Creepy Johnny was serving you stew for a meal, you guys would be able to buy this entire city. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But stew indeed is on the menu for breakfast, and you know it'll be the same for lunch and dinner. As you all gather around, you do see a man in a coat, just kind of arms folded behind his back, just kind of walking around, looking real hard at the floor. And you just see him look over at Creepy Johnny and get his attention and just kind of give like a half-hearted thumbs up and just walks out the door. You guys have a feeling that that was the inspector improving the cleanliness of this bar after 5 murders took place in it. Creepy Johnny has done it again.
You're a miracle worker, Johnny. Miracle worker.
Well, you know what they say. You can get a lot done when you don't have that pesky sleep to worry about.
Finally gonna tell us,
Tell us what.
why you don't sleep?
Why is that any
Not
of your
normal.
concern? Are you my doctor, Holden? Or are you just the guy that gets us food?
Well, I'm the guy that gets you food, but I'm also, worried about the guy who pays my salary.
You've known me for a year. Have I ever slept?
No, and it's weird.
Then there's
Creepy.
nothing to worry about.
I'd say I agree. I I quite like my naps.
Yeah, they're becoming a pain in the ass. Falling asleep during a robbery is, well, quite frankly, the worst thing I've ever seen in my many. I guess it's not many years when you're only 30, but, in my 30 years of existence, sleeping during a robbery is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Well, I figured my friends could handle it.
I'm never hiring a tabaxi again.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
when you need me in a fight, you'll know.
If it's wrestling with sleep, then I will be the first one to call you.
Let's just say I'm a master of putting people to sleep, and that includes myself.
Primarily yourself would be more appropriate, nimbly.
Well, you got me there, but whenever things get really squirrely, trust me in knowing I can handle it.
So what's the plan for today, boys? Are you gonna go get paid by the Park family, or are you going to sit here and make me wonder why I hired you?
Hawks, obviously.
You can go sell those things that you
course.
collected.
Yeah, we'll pawn off the extra equipment to get some extra pocket change, so we can then go to the park family and get the payment there, then take care of the rats.
I recommend that you see the blacksmith that's About 5 minutes out of your way to the park, family. Shouldn't be too bad. It's not like they're expecting you right away or anything. They did say get back sometime in the morning, and, well, as long as you don't lollygag, it will still be morning when you get there. What is your problem today, Omen? You seem awfully peaceful, which almost disturbs me if I had that range of emotion.
You could say I had a rather peaceful sleep last night, and it helped me come to terms with what I did yesterday.
You see a look cross him real fast, and he just looks at it and goes, okay. As long as it keeps you from breaking the golden rule, then I'm happy. Which, by the way, Holden, the golden rule goes out the window if we're being robbed. I don't want to ever see you hesitate again, or I will not hesitate to toss you out.
Yeah, but we all know how you get about the floors.
I think the floors can wait after, well, quite honestly, it'd be more of a pain in the ass to clean you up off the floor than bandits.
Mm,
I'd have to get out the hacksaw.
I'd really rather you didn't.
I mean, there's also the other option, if it did happen.
Oh, I'd love to hear this.
Make a rug.
Well, naturally. How else are we supposed to get a commemoration?
I mean, we could also stuff him and mount him somewhere, but...
Well, it would make it easier to... Oh, there are like 2 or 3 tribes of bear folk. We could mail like a quarter of his body to the three tribes and see which one claims him. Since you've never told us where you actually come from, Holden, we don't know where to
It's
send
not
your
important.
body. I would say it's important. I take proper disposal of remains very seriously. It's a crime here.
Ain't nobody back home gonna claim me anyway. Ain't nobody there. Just throw me down the tubes like everybody else does.
Oh, the hacksaw, indeed. He just shudders.
With dignity, Creepy Johnny, with dignity.
You take away my dignity by forcing me to clean up 600 pounds of bear, and you dare claim to request dignity from me.
600 pounds. I don't know.
What? I thought you were at least 400.
I don't know. It has been a while. Maybe I am close to 5. I don't know. Don't know anymore.
Well, it's the dead of winter forever. He just kind of looks around. It'd be weird if you weren't.
Are you about to make a hibernation joke?
I do believe he was.
Or more like a blatant, xenophobic remark, but if you take it as a joke, that works for me too.
Oh, boy.
You guys are free to keep talking, or you can go to the blacksmith if you wish.
Oh, did you just say,
Let's go.
oh, bother?
I did it on purpose.
God damn it. Anyway, let's go to the blacksmith.
All right.
Let's go do our jobs, yeah.
Why don't y'all do me a favor and give me a fancy intelligence check on your way to that blacksmith?
Not 20.
Oh. Good enough.
It's a regular
15.
old intelligence check, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are free to roll it if you wish.
Huh. 12.
Spark of inspiration.
Chaos, Omen's the only one that gets this. You realize, well, you can't really tell if the cold iron sword is magic, but you do know that the blacksmith will be at least semi-capable of discerning what it is, so you can knock the appraisal out right away as well.
Right, hold up. Let me grab the sword real quick. The blacksmith might not be able to see if it's magical or not, but he'll at least be able to get the appraisal out of the way. Let me get that as well. And he'll go and get it.
Alright.
I agree, trucker.
So, man, I should have remembered this from last time. I believe I said the parks are to the east, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of going, you guys can go about. You'd want to. The fastest way to the blacksmith is to head east like you were going to the parks, but instead of. Once you hit 2 blocks, instead of continuing on to the third one to get to the parks, you know that you should probably take a left and head south to get to the blacksmith for another 2 blocks. This is a little bit different from when you were going to the parks initially. This is pretty early morning, so people are still going to work and moving around. You see just several very pale, very miserable people of various races just trying to make it to where they need to go. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. At least for this region. You know you're not going to see any vampires. It's too bright outside, and usually the werewolves are too busy doing their own thing somewhere else, so they don't typically mingle with the general public. They're pretty happy doing their own thing. So it seems like a fairly regular group. Every once in a while you do see the occasional ghost street performer, but nothing too wild. No bandits, no creepy people, just a nice walk to the blacksmith. You get to the blacksmith and you see an orc who's not hammering away at anything or doing any work in particular. He's just standing still looking at the forge, and you can recognize this. It's just, it's that look you get where you're like, okay, I've got a lot to do. I need to take 5 minutes to just plan before I start doing it. Get a small plan going and then work from there kind of a look on his face.
Mm-hmm. He approaches problems the way I do. You think about it for a few minutes and then you do it.
Yep. He's just kind of like muttering to himself, yeah, I could get started on that. I really should obviously light the forge first, but gotta find the coal. You know, he's just kind of like going through the checklist.
I'd be just browsing maybe some of the stuff he's forged.
There's nothing out right now. He's just opening.
Okay.
It's early in the morning. You guys
Yeah.
got up at around like 8 in the morning. It's now like 9.
Should we interrupt him, or should we just let him go through his process?
I don't know. Some guys like to have their little morning ritual.
Which is totally fine, but I guess he's not quite open yet, is he?
Well, I mean, he could be getting ready. You never know.
So,
If you guys keep screwing around and doing nothing, he's going to start heading back into the build.
No. Holden's gonna like cut a big sneeze.
Almost out of instinct, like he's been working for 12 hours, he just turns around and goes, "Shut it." Goes back to thinking for a
Sorry.
second. Oh, that was rude of me. Sorry. Deep in thought. Felt like I've worked already for the whole day. I apologize. Welcome to Gorge's Forge. I am Gorge.
you said George's Gorge?
No, Gorge's Forge.
Gorge. Okay.
Like gorge as in this is a gorge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's saying his name is Gorge and this is his gorge.
What is the opposite of inspiration to give you? -10 from your health?
No, I'm already hurt. Forgot to heal myself.
Oh no.
I meant permanent.
This
-10.
just. Oh, come on. It's just a joke. He's saying his name is Gorge and this is his forge. I appreciate a good rhyme scheme.
Sounds nice to me. Gorgeous Forge.
Okay, I'm not trying to be rude, but do you guys need something, or did you want to remark on the quality of my naming scheme? Got a lot to do.
I'll push Omen forward. Just, oi. Ah.
Right, sorry. I'd like to have something appraised if you don't mind, sir.
That's what I'm here for.
He'll take a moment to pull out the cold iron sword and hand it off to him. Sorry, I wasn't as huge.
He picks it up and starts kind of like tapping it on his skin, testing the sharpness, all that stuff. And he... Oh, wait, actually, yeah, he would have advantage on that. Alright, good enough. Good thing he had advantage on that, otherwise he would have been useless. He just looks at it and he goes, "Ooh, you might not want to be caught with this. I would hide that as soon as you can."
Alright then.
Yeah, if the king catches you with cold iron weapons, he's gonna be pissed.
So what you're saying is dispose of it.
I could destroy it, or you can keep it. It's up to you, but do not keep that out in the open. Cold iron
How?
is very obviously banned in a Fey kingdom.
In that case, please get rid of it. Last thing we need is to get caught with this.
You see him very quickly start up that forge and just toss the sword in there. You know who manufactures these, don't you?
Oh.
No.
Rumor has it.
History?
Sure, if you want. It'd be with... What is your background?
Inheritor.
It would be with disadvantage.
Hen.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. You're not quite
Figured.
sure.
Figured.
Some guy who's into illegal arms manufacturing is as good as you can get off of that. He motions for you all to come close.
Do so.
Sure.
He whispers to you guys and says, "Now there's a rumor that there's this group called the Cold Iron Syndicate that hates the king that makes these. You do
Huh.
not want to be caught by them having their weapons, and you do not want to be caught by the king or the gods with these weapons, you understand?
Loud and clear.
Though there are also some rumors that you could, if you find the right god station that isn't jumpy, you could turn this in for, you could have turned it in for a bounty, but those are just rumors, and, you know, doing what you've just done is probably the right thing.
Well, some guys attacked us with it. So now we've given it to you, and you can destroy it and make good, safe things with it.
It's a good thing that none of you is fading.
Yeah, probably.
What can I do you for besides the appraisal?
We also have some armor to sell sell to you as well for some materials. He'll motion to Halden to bring out the leather armor.
The 5 leather armor.
And the 2 daggers, and I think that's all we got, right?
There would actually be 4
Oh.
daggers, but you kept 1, so it would be 3.
Gotcha. So
He looks at it and he's kind of hemming and hawing. I will roll to see how he's feeling today.
Guess I should have asked. Nimbleton, do you want one of these daggers? Or some armor?
Ooh, I would take a dagger.
Okay,
take
so
one
there's
dagger.
2. There's 2 daggers then.
Alright, we'll just pretend that we never had that other discussion. He just looks at them and he goes, tell you what, you did the right thing, so I'm inclined to help you out a little bit more. I will give you all 3 silver for the lot. It's more than I should be giving you, but business has been good lately, so I will give you a little extra. When a good thing comes around, you should spread it around.
of course. So each of
You're roboting real bad.
are each of us at 2 silver now since
Well, no, just
with all that.
you and Holden would be. Mark's only getting 1 silver because you guys didn't reward him for taking a
I'm
nap.
giving it to him.
He
Nah,
was
Oh, yeah,
sleeping.
nah, went
No,
to
you don't
Oh,
have
in that
to
case, I'll take
reward
the
me,
extra.
nah, the 1 silver can still go to him, but the 3 silver that you had just found on them bandits, one of them went to Creepy Johnny.
Gotcha.
So if you want to give this additional silver to Nimbleton now, that's fine. But I'm just saying, when you
All
found
right.
that original 3 silver last night, you did not
Gotcha.
give 1 to Nimbleton for being a sleepy guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he holds out his hand to shake all 3 of your hands if you are willing to accept this deal.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That the deal is legally binding. It shall not be gone back upon.
Would never dream of it.
But Anya, is there anything you all need?
Nope. We're all good here. Have a good day, sir.
What about the other 2?
Oh, I don't need anything.
You, Kat,
Oh.
you need anything?
I don't think I need anything right now, but if I need anything later, I'll be sure to stop by.
Well, you aren't banned, so you're free to come back anytime. I'll see you a lot later.
Much appreciated.
So I take it you guys head to the parks.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Once again, nothing out of the ordinary. Except for... Let me get that perception check one more time on your way to the parks.
Perception. Ooh,
Something
15.
I'm good at.
19.
Mine's actually a 17.
I got an 8. So close to a nat 1. I
Great.
rolled a 2.
Nimbleton and Omen. You guys passed by that skeleton that you remember seeing from last night. Holden, a lot of people around.
It's all hustling and bustling.
Yep. So, you see that? You can... But I assume you guys are still heading to the parks?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, I am.
Alright. As you remember from the night before, it's only like 5 minutes. The skeleton is a great landmarker because you know you're 5 minutes away from the general store. So 5 minutes, things that I never thought I'd ever have to say in my lifetime, by the way. So yeah, 5 minutes from the skeleton, you are in front of the Parks General Store.
You turn left at the dead guy.
No, you head straight from the dead guy. Once you get to Parks General Store, you see Luna and another figure through the window, but there's a close sign. What you do?
Do they notice us?
No, they appear to be talking to each other. The outside world is of no concern to them.
Does she
The other-
seem happier or sadder than yesterday?
I don't know. Roll, I guess, an insight.
Oof, 10.
Well, you buy yourself a lottery ticket because this is a great day for you. Both of the figures in the store seem stressed, to say the least. Not quite stress. It's basically stressed, bordering on distraught.
The other figure we don't know.
No. Also a tabaxi, though. Looks like Luna. But you know it's not Luna because you're also, looking at Luna.
Probably her dad.
I don't know, you can roll a perception check. If you really want to, or... You can...
Nah.
I don't really want to, but
You don't...
guess.
I'm not forcing you to
Can
roll the
I-
perception
No,
check.
I know. No, I'm talking to myself. Like,
To me, it seems like a safe bet it's a
Georges.
family member or something.
Should we, I guess just knock on the door and let them know we're here?
That does seem the civilized thing to do. You might want to do it, though. I don't want to scratch the wood.
Sure thing. And I'll go up there and knock on the door.
Wow, what a time to get that. The person you know to be Luna slowly looks over, but almost in a scary fashion, almost scarier than Creepy Johnny. The other figure almost breaks their neck looking over at the door. They don't seem mad or anything, but it's almost like they knew that knock was coming before it happened with how crazy fast they look at you. And the mystery woman comes and opens the door. Hi, yeah, sorry, we're closed. Can I help you? And Luna chimes in and goes, no, Mom, it's okay. That's the 3 night watchmen that we hired. Oh, very well. And she lets you guys in.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Once you're all inside, she locks the door, though.
So, what's with all the, seclusion, I guess?
We're trying to figure out what happened to my dad, Luna says.
Shit.
He was supposed to go check on this. He said something about going out with friends and then stopping by the store last night, which I told him he didn't need to do because you guys were supposed to be here, but he never came home.
Do you know these so-called friends?
Well, not by name, but yeah, I see them all the time. They're with my dad all the time. They're best friends. They've known each other since school. Yes, my husband does not hang out with just anybody. He's known them since he was a kitten.
So, no reason to think that they did something to him.
Not something malicious. The mom says very, very wife.
So, practical jokers, you
Yeah,
would say.
you get the sense that this is a wife that has had to deal with 4 very immature men for a very long time.
So what, like string him up by his underwear in the park or something?
No, nothing violent. Just so every once in a while they like to get him drunk, or they like to get each other drunk, and whoever passes out first, they lock in a chest and see who can escape the fastest. They keep score, but you as a wife of nearly 20 years, you get to know when these things are coming, and I could tell that they weren't in that kind of mood when I saw them.
Oh, so no worry of your husband showing up in a locked box somewhere?
Not by their doing.
Huh.
You guys didn't see anything last night, did you? Like, my husband wanted you hired. What'd you find? Like, maybe your answers will shed any kind of light on this.
I'll look over at Omen.
I don't know what you're expecting. What do you expect me to say? You just look at Halden like, what do you expect me to say here?
Both
What, you're the smart one.
Luna and her mother look
Sparks,
at you guys
okay?
like,
I'm not
wow.
always smart.
Yeah, Luna and her mom are now looking at you guys like, wow.
Okay, fine. Since he's not gonna see, he's the smart one and he could say it better. But like we kind of met a guy trying to break in and we just kind of chased him off.
Is he gonna come back?
I don't think so. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm very intimidating, and then Holden will do like that strongman flex.
Are you like Hulk Hogan flexing on him?
Yeah.
The 24-inch pythons? They just kind of give you this look like, great. You know how women who are clearly done with a man, that look, they're like, oh, wonderful. I suppose you're expecting to be paid then.
Yes, especially since we had to go through the trouble of finding out that the individual in question was using presumably a scroll to force open the locks on the other areas he was robbing.
Oh, you poor
It's,
thing. Did you have to battle the paper? Says Luna's mother.
no, but we had to deal with a particularly mouthy person who thought they knew better, but we quickly put them in their place. Afterwards, they ran off like a coward before we could really get to them.
Are you trying to shake me down for more money because you had your
No, I'm
feelings
just
hurt?
pointing. No, I am not. I am merely pointing out the fact that you asked us to do a job. We did it. We completed the job. Now we're here for payment.
This is the most roundabout way for me to get exactly what I asked for 3 minutes ago. Of course, you'll be getting paid. I wasn't trying to withhold payment. And she gives you each 10 copper. Which is quite good for the economy, I mean.
Of course,
The
after
economy,
taking
it's in
his
shambles.
after taking his little pouch, Omen will give her a little. We'll give a little bow and say, "Thank you."
Are you guys sure you didn't see anything strange?
Aside from the fact that it was clearly that the individual in question just walked right up to your building, presumably pulled out a scroll of some sort, had a big overblown speech presumably about themselves, and then the door just opened.
But,
Other than that, nothing spectacular in terms of magical abilities.
well, I don't necessarily mean about the would-be thief, or, judging by the lack of rope on our shelves again, the successful-ish thief. I mean, you didn't see anything. You didn't see my husband. You didn't see anything strange that night. Nothing.
Nope. I think your husband might have went to bed before he showed up, because when we had intercepted the thief, there was no one in the area at the time because they had appeared at night, and we had just, what was it? Late evening or was it dusk?
It was late evening.
It was late evening when we encountered him, so there was a lot less through traffic.
And what did you do to? You didn't take him hostage or anything. You just let him leave, or what? Did you just talk to
No,
him?
we encountered him. We attempted to negotiate to get them to leave and to leave this place. They didn't appreciate it. They wanted to strike a deal with us. We got physical, briefly. Turns out there was one thing that the thief was good at, and it was running away.
Roll me a deception check.
That it is a dirty 20.
Okay, well, if you didn't see anything, then I have no choice but to believe you.
Well, I mean, other than dealing with the fruity guy, like, we didn't see anything to do with Mr. Park.
I'm just making sure there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Do you need us to help you find Mr. Parks?
If you'd be willing to do that, I can't necessarily offer to pay you a whole lot, but I'm not as wealthy as my husband. I respect his finances and allow him to be independent of with his money. He uses it to take care of me and Luna, but I never expect him to give me any, so I can't promise you anything grand.
I think that my friends here and I understand how things are doing in this area, and as far as I would say, I don't expect a whole lot, and I think it would be just better to find him anyways.
Yeah, if you guys are willing to do such a thing, you can I can take you to my house so you can retrace his footsteps from the bar to here to our home.
Probably be the best way.
Uh, Mrs. Park looks at Luna and just says, "Make sure nobody comes in here, dear. I'll take them to where they need to go." And she ushers you guys outside. The door locks behind her, and she starts walking in the same direction you guys had just came from. Oof. You guys pass the skeleton, and much like Holden, she doesn't seem to notice it at all. Are you guys still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. Sorry, the
Yeah, we are.
music stopped, so I kind of panicked. That's
Yeah,
on me.
the music stopped at just the perfect time as you said that.
Oh, it got stuck. Beans. I gotta replay it. All right, hold on. Let's take a tiny break. Hooray for the intermission screen. LOL, it's gonna do that to me, is it? Alright, and we're back.
Yes.
Another sippy poo of agua. You guys pass the 5-minute mark, as you know, because the skeleton is there. And another 5 minutes goes by, and you're standing in front of what looks like a standard apartment building. You guys went in a straight path. You were heading straight south. There seems to be 5 apartment complexes here. And she walks you to the front door of the 3rd building, and she goes, "Well, the bar is only, if you take a right from our store and go for about 5 minutes, you will go to the bar that he likes to go to. And I need you guys to roll me an intelligence check with advantage."
Not so good for me. 7.
What the hell? Did the music do it again? Why?
10 for me.
Oh, the bot's screwing up. Let's see if I can get the other dang bot to do it. I don't know how to make it play, though. Oh, well, probably the word play. Unable to play this song. I hate it here. Hopefully the bot stops screwing up. Alright. Even with your low rolls, you guys know that, hey, 5 minutes to the right of the general store is just Stella's. Mr. Park apparently likes to go there, probably when you guys are off doing other things. Just happens to be that way. It's not like he hates you guys and is avoiding you or anything. So now that you've kind of walked the route at this point this morning, minus the straight shot to Park's general store, you're not entirely certain if you can discern anything, but you're free to walk the full length of the path if you'd like to try to search for clues.
Alright, let's see if we can't find something.
Let's, shall we?
I will.
So survival.
Let's do it like this. I will say you guys will, in the interest of keeping this going, you guys are probably going to walk from their house to back to yours, essentially, right? So I will do this. You guys will be moving the entire time, but I will start telling you every time a minute passes, and when you want to roll a survival check, I will allow you to. How's that? Or investigation. So would you like to do that where you've been led, or do you want to walk a minute or two first?
I would
mean-
want to do one where we were just led to see if I can see any tracks or any like thing that's been hit, knocked over.
It makes the most sense to start here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm just letting you do your thing. So I will.
I got a 22 for survival.
Okay. Anybody want to do investigation or another survival or?
My investigation's junk, but I'll do it.
We'll do survival because it's better.
All right.
Ooh, I mean 14 on
Uh,
investigation.
I have 15 on survival.
You guys have a pretty good idea at this point that there's nothing over here. It's very well traveled. You're seeing lots of different boot prints and various footprints, some critter prints. It's just an apartment complex at this point. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Other than the fact that Mrs. Park has decided that she doesn't feel like going back to the store, so she's let herself back into her house and has left you guys to it.
Alright. So,
I say we stop every minute worth of foot travel. Uh-oh.
I disconnected the
left.
bot because it's screwing up too much. I'm going to try... Actually, I'm going to try to clear it and then...
You know what I'm saying? I just like walk a minute, investigate. Walk a minute, investigate. Unless he lets us do 30 seconds.
I will not, because
No.
we're just going to be making endless checks. And I don't want to do that, because we'll be here until hell freezes over.
Hey, it's an excellent album.
We're going to have to do the rest of this session without music.
That's totally fine.
It seems the bot's messed up. Yay!
And Flame's other goofy ass spot does not seem to work.
Punch him and then you shoot him. Stupid bots.
Oh, because he decided to grab a Spotify bot. That's great. That's not going to help us any. You guys won't hear it, but I can play it from a separate browser, which will be fine for everybody else, but kind of shitty
on
for
us.
you guys. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. The only problem is I don't know how loud it's going to be.
Watch everybody get to this point in the video, and it's louder than everybody else.
Yes, thank you for making my anxiety about the situation skyrocket.
Everything louder than everyone else.
This second just. You know, what the?
Well, I
am
mean,
listening to?
if he can hear it, he can
Tone
throttle
down
it.
and up.
It'll be fine. Anyway, sure, you guys can travel a little bit down the road. You're about, I'll say you're between the house and the skeleton, if you'd like to make another investigation or survival of your choosing.
Survival.
Because I have a
Survival.
+6.
And I got a 17.
I got a
Goddamn.
21.
Now then, time I actually get something decent. It's a 13 for a +2 for a 15.
It's kind of the same thing as the apartment complex. You're really not seeing anything. Just a lot of hustle and bustle. Well, at this point,
This guy.
no such thing because, I mean, it's the middle of the day and people are heading to work, so.
Man. It's almost like we have
This
to get an extra
guy.
20. Oh.
This guy really is good at moving and not leaving any tracks.
Well, I mean, he wears boots like everybody else, so you're looking for boots like everybody else's. You might as well
fair
go.
enough.
You might as well go to a farm and grab me 2 pieces of hay. And when I ask you to write me an essay on which one is your favorite and why, you're probably gonna get a little concerned.
This one's
I
my
mean-
favorite because it's actually made of metal.
I would say I'm looking more for like stuff out of the ordinary, like something that might have been hit, or you know, is the ground like paved or is it more dirt or
It's
snow?
paved. There's the streets are cobblestone. You know,
Okay.
the bits that you can see.
And they're also
there's-
frosty.
Yep.
Well, you said there's high traffic. I'm looking for like drag marks, maybe even too. You know, areas where somebody might have been dragging boots instead of walking.
Unfortunately, you do not see anything of the like.
Okay.
I will say at this point, if you're okay with traveling on,
Yep.
you are at the skeleton. You can go ahead and roll perception or survival of your choosing.
Survival again for me.
Okay.
23.
Man. 13.
14.
That's not doing very well.
How do I want to phrase this? Holden and Omen,
Man.
with your survival checks, you start looking around the skeleton and you see pieces of clothing. You are seeing rat droppings, and not Holden, but Omen, you're starting to remember the card that you got, the King of Spades, with a rat skull over the face of the king. And Nimbleton.
Mm-hmm.
You start. What are you investigating specifically? Like the skeleton itself, or
So me, it'd be more of. Well, all we know is that he went out. So under my presumption is maybe he got snatched, and I'm just looking for like anything that would show like kidnapping or something like that.
well, I mean, presumably there'd be a murder if there's a skeleton. So I'm wondering what you're specifically investigating.
Like struggle signs or what? Like, what are you looking for specifically, man?
Frozen blood, frozen drops of blood.
I guess,
He
yeah,
might have
that's probably what I would look for is
he might have
signs of
fought
blood.
back.
Yeah, surrounding, or you know, you start looking through the skeleton, not necessarily at it, but you are starting to see blood underneath it and different kind of fluids.
Does it lead in a certain direction, or is it like uh, just like there? Like, do I see any going in a direction, or is it just hanging right there?
You can roll me a separate survival.
Oh
I have an idea, but I'll wait.
no. Terrible. An 8.
It doesn't seem to be it. Do you? Any of you guys want to make any more rolls on the skeleton?
The only other thing I would say is obviously I would step closer to it and I'd be like, guys, there's some blood and uh other excrement here as well.
Yeah, they found the excrement, but
Okay.
yeah,
Good.
they're very. That is kind of around the skeleton.
There's a skeleton been here, guys. I don't really notice it.
You guys, I don't know how often you guys would go to Park's General Store. That's kind of up to you guys as a collective.
We only go to parks every now and then whenever we're running low on on supplies to patch up certain stools when they give out from customers being too heavy. So we don't really go there often, but
Yeah, because I would say like every month, once or twice a month, Creepy Johnny will definitely send you there. So I mean, if you guys want, you can roll a history.
My idea is that those rats from that job might be using some sneaky tactics. Maybe this skeleton is hiding some kind of access. Never know.
he'll just look at Holden, reach in one of the pockets of his outfit, pull out the card with the rat skull on it. You mean this?
Well, I mean, yeah, but like an
Puts it
actual
back in his
physical,
pocket.
like an actual physical access point.
Didn't
Omen.
you find that on a body last night?
No, I found this in the skeleton's teeth.
Yeah, you found it on this body.
I found it
Yes.
I found it stuck between his teeth.
It's a sign. Above game, I'm not the brightest.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to wait and see if you guys want to make any rolls. I'm going to let you keep going.
Let's investigate the area around him to see if around this poor sap to see if there's anything we can find.
Secret doors, traps.
Is there an alleyway?
Manholes.
You never know.
The closest alleyway you know is the one that you were hanging out in, which is 5 minutes away from the skeleton. And I think you guys, with how perceptive and also stealthy you were and how much time you spent in that alley, if there was blood in there, you probably would have been more enamored with that. So far, all
Right.
you're seeing is the spots of blood underneath the skeleton and the rat droppings around the skeleton. And Chaos found that card in the skeleton's teeth. I mean, you could try rolling medicine, you can try rolling survival to see if the blood does lead somewhere. You only had Nimbleton do that. You guys
Alright, I'll
also...
roll survival to see if it goes
I just rolled a
anywhere.
survival and not 20.
With
Never
the...
mind.
Well, what did you get?
I hadn't even rolled yet.
No,
It's like,
if you're willing to just forego it for what he's got, I'll allow it.
yeah, go for it.
Save the good rolls, trucker.
You know how when you're looking for something and you've narrowed your search down a little too close, so you stand back up and just look at it from a distance for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of like, okay, I'm getting tired of looking at the skeleton. I'm going to just stand up, take a breath, and then look at it in like 2 minutes just to clear my head. And when you do that from your height, you're starting to notice that a lot of the traffic that had been around the store and everything else, you guys had missed that there are bloody rat prints running in all directions from the skeleton.
Oh.
Looks like they wound up scattering.
Hmm.
Probably moving out to every direction, looks like.
Is there something underneath the skeleton? Like something that looks like out of place? Manhole cover?
No, it's like
Yeah.
off to the side of the road. You know how he's basically the skeleton is basically at a intersection. So there's like a store, the road, store, you know, that kind of thing. He's like propped up against a building, but in the snow. Kind of like in somebody's property's yard. You know those little tiny, like 2-foot wide patches of grass that people get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be where he would be, essentially. The skeleton is basically in that. If there were grass here, the skeleton would be in that 2-foot area.
Got it.
And now that you've, like, you know, kids and sometimes sidewalks get crowded, so I mean, this town is pretty used to death, so they probably didn't even report the skeleton to the authorities, so they were walking through this crime scene, so that's why I didn't just give you the bloody prints for free.
No, I mean that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just
But
saying,
now that we see them, like I guess we could try and follow them. See if they lead anywhere.
You would have to split yourself into hundreds of pieces and scatter. They're quite literally going everywhere. But if you wish, you could. I mean, you guys could. The only thing you haven't done is medicine the skeleton.
Well, I guess I could give that a shot.
If you guys would like to.
I have a 4 in medicine naturally, but I'm not proficient in it.
Alright.
I have a 2, so.
What do you got, Nimbleton? You got any specials in medicine?
No, not at all.
Guess I'll be helping Omen then.
Okay.
Oh goody, here I go medicining again.
With advantage.
Better, 18.
Something seems really weird about those teeth of that skeleton that you pulled the card from. Almost feline in nature.
Uh-oh.
Tilt skull to get a proper look at the teeth.
Not only is it looking more and more feline in nature, but the thing that makes it really disturbing is the more you're looking at this body, you are noticing there are chips everywhere in this skeleton. Like something was biting at it.
After a second of thinking about that, he'll almost numbly let go of the skull as it just drops back down into place. This poor bastard was literally eaten alive by a swarm of rats.
You can roll me an intelligence check now if you'd like. Do you share... Wait, hold on. Do you share that information with everybody? Like, everything I told you, do you share that with the group?
Yes, Omen will share this, and he'll say the last bit more in a shocked state afterwards.
Would you guys like to roll a group intelligence? So nobody can help each other, but now that you all can think about it...
I
Ooh.
rolled a
Oof, maybe? I don't know.
dirty
though.
20. I don't know why I'm rolling high, but I love it.
11
Oh
for me.
no. 3.
Oh no.
Everybody else must be sleeping on the job except for Omen, who you start thinking about this pretty hard. The location, the kind of skeleton. This very well could be Mr. Park.
So something I just thought of though is you remember that I guess that that saying in the newspaper about clearing out some rats? Might that connect to this?
Oh, I feel like things are starting to come together a little too quickly, and I think we're gonna have to break the news to the Park family.
Why do you say that?
Because I think this is Mr. Park.
Whoa. Should we get some facts before we jump to this sort of kind of conclusion?
Nimbleton, this is a feline skeleton. There are
Yes.
tons of little bites all over it. There are bloody rat prints scattering out from him. There was this, pulls out the card, stuck in his teeth. The body is 5 minutes away from the Park store.
And 10 minutes away from his house.
And 10 minutes from his house. If you can think of any other tabaxi that could live in the exact same distance at the exact same point and could have died right here, I'm willing to hear it. But until then, I'm willing to believe with about 90% certainty that this is Mr. Park. And I am gonna have to be the poor bastard to break the news to the poor family since I'm the one who had come to this conclusion.
Well, I mean, hold on.
I say we
Maybe.
take care of the sewer issue, but
I say we do that first. But we could ask, and like Holden will look around at the skull. Are all the teeth there?
Yep.
They're all like real teeth?
Yep.
He didn't have any false.
No.
Well, that might be him, but it also might not be him. You know,
While it is true there are quite a few tabaxi families in this city, how
we
many
can't.
live in this neighborhood?
Well, I don't know, but we can't just go to that poor woman and that poor kid and say, "Hey, your dad's dead." We got to
No,
at
but
least try to make sure it's him.
That's 100% true. I agree. How would you feel getting news like this?
true.
I have to make a private roll real quick.
Okay. How do you guys plan on verifying the validity of this being or not being Mr. Park? I'm curious. What
Is it?
what is the grand
Is it a
plan here?
bear?
Is
Is it a
there a
bear
church?
skeleton?
No, it's a cat skeleton.
No, it's
Not. Does it have
It's a
clothes?
tabaxi skeleton.
that's not
Well,
what he's
yeah.
asking.
Is
Yes,
there any
it's
garments on it?
no. There's just shreds of clothes.
Hmm.
There's like shreds of
Okay.
fabric around. It's not all gone. There's some hanging off of rib, the rib cage. There's some by his legs. You like the hundreds of thousands of little rat paws. You are also seeing just tiny chunks of what could be clothes or what should have been clothes at one point.
Okay,
That
so
just got torn up and eaten.
what we do is we take the largest scraps of clothes and we hold on to those, and then we go take care of these rats. And then if we find anything else he might have had on him, like anything that we could definitely say this is his or could have been his, and then we take all that back, and they can say yes, this is Mr. Pox, and no, that isn't Mr. Pox, and then we'd have a better idea if that's him or not.
Who's to say we don't find someone in the sewers that owns that their card and we don't get,
Well,
I don't know, some answers out of them?
well, hold on. The rats are in the store caverns. You guys are not, unless you're public utilities. You're not getting into those sewers.
Yeah, they're in like underground storage type
Yeah.
stuff.
Still, though,
Also,
this all could be leading to the same thing. You never know. But Holden's idea is probably a little wiser.
Let's find out what we can, and if we wind up finding the truth and it winds up being the case, it's still gonna be a pain to break the news to them. If it is the case, if that is the case.
I don't want to put ideas in your head too much, but I want to know, are you guys... I mean, I will say it's very easy for you to gather the scraps of cloth, but are you guys going to alert a guard about the skeleton, or are you going to just leave it? What is your plan with the skeleton?
I feel like alerting the guards about the death would be wise.
I mean, above game, they're just gonna either tell us to pick it up and throw it down the tubes, or they're gonna pick it up and throw it down the tubes.
Well,
Like,
to be fair, that was the Raven Guard who doesn't deal with this sort of thing, and this is not a criminal either.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. It's
This
just the
could
general
be-
vibe that I get.
This could be a murder, and you don't know how they handle, like, murders like this, if it is such a thing.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah, I guess we gotta tell them.
yes, let's notify the guard about the situation that this could or could not be a murder. We could or could not have a potential lead on where it could be. We'll have to describe We'll have to let the guards know exactly what we found at the scene in question, as well as pulls up the card. This, if they'll know anything about it.
You guys could
Pulls
go
it
ahead
back.
and give me a perception
They-
check, see if you can
they
find some
throw us.
guards on patrol.
They see the card and throw us in handcuffs right on the spot.
First one for this campaign, baby. Nat 20 for a 26.
22 with an 18 on a die.
Man, like I was telling you both earlier, you should buy
18.
some lottery tickets, because it's almost as if they had been watching you the whole time, with how conveniently 2 or 3 guards are just walking right past you right now. They're not paying you any mind, but they are walking past.
Hey, fellas.
Huh?
We might have a
Uh,
situation here. As
Yeah.
Omen gestures to the skeleton and does a quick motion of just notifying the guards what he had found when they were investigating the bodies. The body,
How?
I mean.
The 3 guards walk over and they immediately take off their helmets like, ooh. Oh no.
Oh no.
And the shoe drops.
Who the hell? How'd you guys find this?
Honestly, we're surprised no one else found it. It was just laying out there in the snow.
Well, I mean, he just like starts kicking at the snow and then points at the skeleton like, they're both white. I mean, they're right here. It's kind of
Do you not
difficult.
do you not
Do
see
you-
all the little red rat prints?
Hold on. Does he?
Oh my. Is this
Omen
like a
will
magic
help
thing?
point him out if it
Shit.
helps.
Okay, hold on. Good thing you gave him advantage. Oh, I guess I do see a little bit of red. Weird. Oh no, the rat's getting out of control. Do you guys happen to find anything with this body?
Omen will reach into his pocket, pull out the card, and hand it to the guard.
It's a gun.
We found it. We found this wedged between his teeth.
Huh.
Mark, come on, dude.
Will you quit being the devil? Will you quit being
I
the
can't
freaking
even.
gremlin? That's my job.
I can't even hear him.
He's trying to be the chaotic influence. Like, here's a bird, get him,
He's got a weapon. Take him down.
He said it's a gun.
Bruh.
Get him.
bruh. My body is a weapon. I don't need.
Gotta bring a little humor in there, you know.
Yeah, because I can't do it.
You
Because
see,
I'm Mr. Serious.
you see the guards look at each other and turn pale and go, "Fuck, that makes it a pattern."
Wait a minute, this has happened before?
Wait, pattern?
We're not supposed to talk about it, but this is the 3rd one, and you know what they say, first time can be dismissed, second time is a coincidence, and 3rd time's a pattern.
First
Shit.
time is coincidence, second time is circumstance, third time is enemy planning.
Whatever.
I believe that the thing goes.
Whatever, General. Mr. Books.
Yeah.
Over here. Huh? You're a reading guy, are you now? Mr.
I do read a lot, yes.
Oh, Mr. Reads a
It's
lot.
hell,
Must be
okay? Pretty
nice.
cool. Hey, whoa.
I'm about to read my hand upside something.
One of them
But-
just grabs their shackles. What was that? I can't quite hear you.
Omen's just got a shit-eating grin on his face as he says that.
Nothing.
What Mr. Hooked on Phonics over here was trying to say.
Raise his hand. I'm gonna raise my hand up beside your head in a second, bear boy.
Oh no. Phonics is back on the street? Shit. This is gonna be an awful week.
Wait,
Is that
what?
is that another issue you guys have with?
Used to 20 years ago.
Well, shit.
There was this program that tried to teach people how to read.
Oh yeah, Tim. The phonics is different. It's not the drug. Says one of the other guards. We're gonna have to.
Oh my goodness.
Tell them I have a problem. I have a problem with phonics. I always get the PH and the F mixed up.
He,
But like before they say that, it's okay. We can get you into intervention.
the guard pulls out his shackles again and goes, "You want to keep getting cute with me?"
Well,
Stop.
I look.
I can't.
I meant no offense. I'm just trying to cover for my friend here. Sometimes his
I'm not
brain
interested
is faster
anymore.
than his mouth.
Not interested. Here's the thing. All right, you lot move along. I will leave these two here to guard the body, and I will go and get the nerds that carry the skeleton off and examine it. Hopefully we can get an identification, but it's looking grim.
Don't try and confuse the bones with snow, okay?
Have a great day up. Have a great day, guardsman.
I take it a 10 doesn't hit you, Nimbleton?
No.
He takes, like, he takes the sword out, his sword out, but still has the sheath, and he, like, slams it close to your head, and just tells you to get out.
I honestly was thought he was gonna smack him on the ass to send him scooting. Same way you do with the cats. Just boot him on the butt and they just go.
I'm just rubbing my eyes just out of the tears out of my eyes because that was funny.
Where are you guys headed?
That storeroom shit. We got a score to settle now.
Yeah, let's kill some rats.
Yep. No, not rats. Some bastards who tried to shank us.
Oh, whatever, that too.
Well, that's the
Do it.
warehouse. The storage caverns is the rats.
Oh, right, storage cavern. It's rat season, boys!
You know, to get to the storage caverns, you're going to have to head about 30 minutes south from where you're at, so that you can get to what is essentially a different set of warehouses. They're basically they're just structures to keep snow off of the stairs that go down into the caverns. Because, here, let me pull up yield and map for you all real quick. Don't worry, viewers, I'll switch over
It's a map, it's a map, it's a
to
map.
the old
it's a
scene.
map.
Okay, so you're looking at the map. Now, of course, the thing I've used to represent the city isn't completely accurate, but here's the city. We'll just say the undead ward is, what would vaguely be in this area. There's a bunch of caverns that are basically in this area that go through the mountains and lead to a path to Port Despair. There's supposed to be more mountains here, but I obviously needed you guys to be able to see, so I didn't include them. So Port Despair collects all the things that Iron Veil trades with other nations that you have no idea of. And all the stuff that gets traded comes either from the city to the port or from the port to the city through these caverns. And in the upper areas is where they process and store all the orders, and then they eventually get shipped to where they belong. So you have to head pretty far south to get to the right place. And you know that the place that you're looking for is essentially when you get there, you know to tell them, oh, we're here for the upper floor rat killing job, because the upper floor is the big storage area where they've been finding these rats. If that makes sense to you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to kill rats.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I can,
Yes.
hold on just one second. I do need to make sure that I have the appropriate maps uploaded for this. Beans. Okay, I actually don't have a
Yeah.
map for that spot, which is quite okay. I do have the
That
one
chip
for...
had some good crunch to it.
Yeah, that was a good chip. I do have the actual spot, but yeah, we'll have to theater of the mind part of it. But yeah, I mean, I can skip ahead to you guys getting there if you'd like.
Fast forward.
You guys get to the building where you know that you can get into the various levels of the storage caverns, and you know, there's guards that you tell them, like, hey, we're answering that ad from the paper, and they're like, excellent, come on in, don't go past the first floor, which is pretty easy because there's guards on each floor that will stop you and go, hey, what are you doing?
Whoa,
You don't
whoa,
belong
man.
here.
Racist.
Okay. I don't even know how to respond to that one. What is
Just
the
a joke.
opposite of inspiration again? Two anti-inspirations in one
Oh.
session. Boy, you have to roll a new
Um.
character.
Please no, this character's funny.
Okay.
Like Halden.
You guys walk up to... You guys are led to the appropriate spot where, you know, you're given your instructions, essentially. They're like, okay, we'll take you to Mr. Williams. You go to a table, and there sits a scraggly-looking guy, wiry, sandy brown hair, looks a little disheveled, and he goes, what can I do for you?
We're here for the rat killing job that was put in the paper.
Oh, very good. We can't pay you, but perhaps, like in all things shipping, some rich prick's order goes missing, and you happen to find it, and you know the rest. After the job is done, of course.
Of course.
You're going to want to go down past those several lines of shelves, and you'll see another cavern entrance. That's where we've been hearing a lot of disturbances, but we've been told that the rats are too exciting, for lack of a better word. So, you know, we haven't gone and done it ourselves, and the guards rarely... Well, the combat-ready guards rarely get down here, so that's why we put out an ad.
Of course, of course.
Best of luck, gentlemen. And
Appreciate the vote of confidence.
because this is already about 3 hours long, and I know Trucker needs to get some sleep, I will
Thank you.
end it right there.
Hopefully, this next session I can be here for combat.
Boy, would that be something.
Boy, would that be nice, and I don't have
Instead
to
of
clean up.
sleeping like usual.
If you fall asleep here, dude, there's a chance you die. I'm sorry. You do not want to miss next time. I can't keep protecting you.
Nope.
Falling
There'll be no safety, no survivors.
Falling asleep in a rat den is a very bad choice.
Uh-huh.
Alright, what
Oh.
before we do the standard thing, what do y'all want to name this one?
What do you guys think? I'm thinking
Bone chilling.
Bone Chilling Discovery. Nah. I would say Dreams of Purpose, but that's just me.
I was thinking Mr. Park question mark.
Ooh.
Calling Mr. Park.
Calling Mr. Where's Mr. Where's Mr.
Where's
Park?
Mr. Park? Where's Mr. Park? That's perfect.
What's his first name? Please say it's Waldy.
No, it's not. What is the name Waldy?
Or I meant like Wally, or
No, I don't think he was getting a joke, man.
I don't actually get
alright.
this one.
Where's Waldo? Come on, man.
Spot.
Ah, well.
Where's Waldo's
mean-
not sponsored by Martin Mancini, but we sure as hell are. So go and check him out.
Oh yeah, by the way, I got the books. Thank you, Mr. Mancini. I've been slow burn reading them just in case I get hit by inspiration. So if the review isn't up soon, it's because I'm taking my time enjoying it. It's so
Mr.
rare to find good books worth a read, so I want to enjoy my time.
Mr. Mancini is an understanding man. Anywho, is there anything you guys want to say before we go? Is there any kind of ending segment you'd like to do? I think I had a list of it at one point, but I don't remember what happened to the dang thing.
I got ate by the cat.
All I can say for any closing statements for me is if you guys catch me and my squad in Space Marine 2, hope you're on our side of the server because we're gonna dominate. That's all I can say.
All right. At Real Dad, do you have anything you'd like to say?
At Real Dad. Am I gonna have to change my name to that? Like,
The real
gonna-
dad.
He's gonna be real, like future real dad.
You know what's gonna be a real pain
Real.
in the ass is when Mark's kid is born. The sneezes are gonna blow out his mic, and I'm gonna spend all my time editing out Mark's sneezes because I don't want people going deaf. We can't afford the lawsuit.
oh man.
All right, at Real Dad,
Nah.
what do you got for us?
Oh man.
Inspire us, move us with your greatness, oh wise one.
Inspire us. I mean, I have nothing new. I just can't. I mean, today I just. I don't know. Me, I love hanging out with kids, and I was hanging out with someone's toddler today, and
Thank
it's
the
awesome.
gods we have proper context for this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Okay.
basically babysitting.
Without context, this is Mark any percent speedrunning famous becoming famous on YouTube.
Right?
Look, man, just as long as he doesn't start a Minecraft server, I think we're gonna be okay.
Or doing weird giveaway challenges for obscene amounts of money.
Right.
You're not giving away an island, are you, Mark?
No.
You didn't suddenly gain access to a dubious amount of money that you seem really eager to give away to people.
Allegedly.
did.
Allegedly. There, now we're covered. We've got the Wendigoon cover now. We've said allegedly enough times. All right, Space Trucker, is there anything you'd like to say, or would you like to inspire us?
Don't forget to talk to your extended family. You never know.
All right, some unsolicited advice. That's a powerful thing to do. That's good.
Well, the fact that I just looked up weather reports and that next hurricane is going to follow the same path terrifies me a little bit. I just
Send
I
the
don't know
rain to
what's going on.
Kansas. Not hurricanes, but send rain to Kansas.
All right.
Have y'all had a dry summer?
Kind of.
Yeah, we've had
It's been sucking.
Wisconsin has been. We got destroyed from like June 12th to like June 22nd, and then that was it. Like, we've had like 5 storms after that, and my grass, if I were to throw a match out on my yard, the whole town would go away. It'd be instant.
I guess I lucked out because my neck of the woods in Colorado has not been too bad. Summer didn't really get super duper hot.
All right. Well, let let me let me put this one to bed. I'm the mayor of Spicy Town. Like I said, if you've been affected by Hurricane Helene and you have a link to a good charity that is set up to help people get down there to help clean up that disaster, or some sort of charity that is involved in natural disaster cleanup, anything of that sort, please be sure to comment it. Make sure you can. We'll make sure that it's a legitimate thing, and we will post it in our as a community thing on our channel so that people that are following can, or who are subscribed can donate if they feel like it, because genuinely that is one of the biggest tragedies that we have seen in our collective lifetimes, and the untold damages and just life upheavaling events that have come from this hurricane are just unspeakable, just unfathomable. It is insane, the news that's been coming out. So please get us that link to that charity, or we'll go find one and post one as a community update so that people can donate if they wish. Tell them that the Burning Brim sent them, or tell them that you're doing this out of the kindness of your heart. It's not all about us. Also, just to end on a lighter note, if you feel like giving a guess as to what Mark's having, that would
Put
be
it in the
kind of
comments.
cool. It'll add to the engagement, so liking, commenting, subscribing, all that great stuff. Please handle that for us. We can only do so much on our end, and so far YouTube has finally been picking up the slack after all this time. Let's boost this one as well as we did last time. Once again, we're sponsored by Martin Mancini. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Adios.